fellow Weezers, my fellow foodies, my fellow steroid users, outside in beautiful Colorado in the backyard, cooking at home, and why it's good for you. It's good because you can control your sugars, your sodiums, your oils, and be mindful of your calories. In this video, I'm going to show you how to make a beef Wellington. I'm going to show you how to clean up a tenderloin and make a duxelle. It should be quick, easy, and fun. Steel knife. This tenderloin is denuded. That's where most of the fat has already been taken off, and the silver skin's been left on, and some of the softer fat's been left on. We'll clean it up easily. We're going to take it out of the package, get it out of the blood, and rinse it off and let it dry for a minute. We'll start off by pulling off the connective tissue. You can do this just with your hands. It's not very hard. And then we'll start to pull the chain off. That's the piece on the side. It also has a nice little bonus of tenderloin inside of it, so you want to save that so you can trim it out of the fat and either grill it up or use it later. Now we'll flip the tenderloin over, and with the back of our knife, we'll pull off any loose fat. We'll turn our knife around, use our blade, and cut down the obvious fat, being careful not to pull off the meat. We'll flip it back over, cut off the tail, and continue to clean any loose fat. Now we'll cut the silver skin off. You'll take your knife and point it towards the ceiling and just pull down. This way you won't cut any of the meat off and you'll have clean cuts. You'll keep your steak looking beautiful. You want to cut off all of the silver skin because it's chewy. This is not what you want on your tenderloin. Once your meat's cleaned and ready, you'll want to leave it in your refrigerator uncovered for about 2 days. This way it'll dry out and it'll have a better flavor when you cook it. Once clean, you're going to need to think about how you're going to cut it. The chateau is the middle piece, or you can cut it into fillets. In this case, we're doing 8-ounce fillets. The biggest fear we all have when we get told we have to take steroids is weight gain. Number one thing we can do about it is cook at home. When you cook at home, you can control your sodium, your sugar, your oils. Make sure you're getting good wholesome protein and good carbs. For the Demi, take the scraps, add some herbs, garlic, onions, and you're going to roast this until it's nice and brown, about 20-30 minutes, and then you'll simmer it in about 1 quart or 2 quarts of water. You'll strain it, and then you'll refrigerate it and take the fat off. This will be your base for your Demi, and then you can thicken it and add a beef base. A good duxelle is so important for your Wellington. Make sure that your mushrooms are cooked until they're dry. I added pork, garlic, and some fresh thyme. I also have some shallots in this and some salt and pepper. Remember, cook it until it's dry. It's easy to neglect your proteins when you're not eating at home. When you're eating at home, you can really focus on your diet. You can focus on the protein, the calcium, the low sugar, the low oil, and your calorie consumption. That's one of the benefits of eating at home and home cooking. Now we'll cut our steaks, sear our meat in hot oil until it's brown, and then brush with a Dijon mustard while it's warm. While the meat is resting with the Dijon mustard, we'll wrap it with either prosciutto ham or just regular ham. You'll take 2 pieces or a nice large slice of ham, put it on your saran wrap, it'll make it easier. And then you'll take your duxelle, put it in the middle, push it out with a spoon until you've got it on all edges. You don't want it too thick. Place the fillet in the middle, and you're going to roll it with your saran. Make sure that you don't tuck the saran into the meat because you're going to refrigerate it and it'll be hard to pull apart. But pull it very tightly so that it'll make a nice cylinder. Twist the ends tight and refrigerate for about 2 hours. Take out your pastry dough, defrost it, cut it into a 3x3, roll it out, place it on saran wrap, and then you're ready to roll up your Wellington. When you roll up your Wellington, make sure that you cover the entire piece of meat and you seal it with the dough. Then you're going to twist the dough at the very ends to get out all the air pockets. You'll take a pair of shears and cut off the end of your pastry dough, and then you'll want to twist it really tight. After putting a little design on it, you'll wrap it very tightly in your saran wrap. You want to make sure that after you've wrapped it very tightly, you freeze it for about 2 hours and then put it in your refrigerator. This is a very important step. Another benefit to cooking at home is that you can have exactly what you want, and you know that you need to control your oils, your sugars, and you need to be very mindful of your calorie intake. You can also be very mindful that nothing's processed when you're cooking at home. Now we're ready to unroll them and egg wash them. Make sure your oven is preheated to 425. That is the trick to getting the temperature medium rare. Once it's ready, let it rest about 10 minutes before cutting and hope that it's perfect. I cooked this at 425 for about 15 minutes. If you want it a little more cooked, cook it an extra 5 minutes and check the temperature. Bon appetit! Okay guys, that's all I've got. Do thumbs up, subscribe, leave a comment, and I will try to make your idea or your recipe later. Bye-bye!